To understand the circumstances of this accident, we first need to understand a bit about the airspace around Washington, D.C. Ronald Reagan Washington National is situated on the Potomac River just across from the American Capitol buildings. It's covered by Class B airspace, which is reserved only for the busiest or most important airspace in the country. This airspace is made even trickier by the permanently restricted airspace over the National Mall. This means as planes are taking off or landing, they have to be directed so they don't break this airspace. With all the traffic and the tricky airspace, that means the air traffic controllers need to be constantly on their game. As Flight 5342 approached the airport, the air traffic controllers asked them to switch their runway from runway 1 to runway 33.
Tower 5342 on Mount Vernon visual runway 1.
Bluetooth 5342, Washington Tower 1 star 32017, cross 25, you take runway 33.
This is a very standard procedure and helps air traffic controllers keep planes separated in busy airspace. After rerunning some landing performance calculations, the pilots agreed to the runway change and then were cleared to land.
Yeah, we can do 33 for Bluetooth 5342.
Bluetooth 5342, that's a Wilson Bridge, thanks for runway 33, runway 33, clear to land.
Thanks for runway 33, runway 33 for land, Bluetooth 5342.
Outside of this minor procedure, the rest of the approach was totally normal, with nothing out of the ordinary. But they didn't know about the unseen Black Hawk helicopter coming the other way. However, this flight was confirmed to only be a training flight at a Fort Belvoir, which is just southwest of the capital. In the United States, a plane flying in instrument flight rules is told by the air traffic controllers exactly where to fly. This is especially important in poor weather when the pilots may not be able to see anything out the windows at all. They're almost entirely dependent on the air traffic controllers. Even in good weather, ADS-B transponder or Mode C. This allows air traffic controllers to provide separation, where they monitor all air traffic in the area and vector aircraft so they don't conflict. In this accident, it appears the helicopter was operating as a VFR aircraft, performing their own navigation along the Potomac River. Moments before the accident, the air traffic controllers noticed the conflict and asked if the helicopter had the CRJ in sight.
S25, the CRJ in sight. S25, S5 is CRJ.
S5 has a aircraft in sight, precision separation.
He replies that the CRJ is in sight and that he's expecting the air traffic controller to provide separation. Tragically, only 10 seconds later, the two aircraft collide mid-air. At the moment of impact, air traffic control is transmitting, allowing you to hear alarm bells, presumably from the lack of separation.
472 Washington Tower 1 star 32017.
Separation.
472 Washington Tower 1 star 32017.
This accident raises some serious questions. Why did the helicopter have its ADS-B transponder turned off for a simple training flight? That would have no impact on Homeland Security. Was that a choice, or was that a maintenance issue? Did the helicopter mistake the CRJ for another airplane that was landing at the same time and not realize how close they actually were? And why weren't the air traffic controllers keeping a closer eye on the helicopter and providing that separation that they're supposed to? And with that airspace being so busy and so complex, are those air traffic controllers overworked? Or maybe there's another way to structure that airspace?